Do you know that Venus and Jupiter are making a conjunction today? You know we have to read this energy. Hello and welcome to the Manifest on Purpose show. I am the host of the show. I am Kimbaley. I am here to help elevate you to a higher state of consciousness. Today, we're going to get into a reading about this Venus Jupiter conjunction and what you can expect to come out of this conjunction. And before we do that, I want to let you know that the show is brought to you by astro-Numerologist Lloyd Strayhorn and a Star 8 mobile numerology app, and I'm going to read today's forecast. It is Monday, August the 11th. The sun is in Leo, the moon is in Pisces. It's an 8 universal month, a 1 universal week, a 1 universal day. For the best results during this 24-hour cycle, make a point of visualizing exactly what it is or what you expect by day's end. Because the more enlightened and open-minded you approach this day, seemingly you may notice that the answer or solution you've been seeking may appear as if out of nowhere. If that alone doesn't inspire you to go for the gusto, I don't know what will. But as in all things, of course, that's up to you. Look for Leo, of course, followed by Aquarius, Aries, or someone born on the 1st, 4th, 10th, 13th, 19th, 22nd, 28th, or 31st of the month to give focus and direction more than most. And that is, once again, the astro-numerology forecast for today. And that is courtesy of astro-numerologist Lloyd Strayhorn and the Star 8 mobile numerology app. You can download that at a star 8, ASTAR, the number 8.com. You can go to linktr.ee/numbersanyou or download it on the App Store or Google Play. And it's so interesting that the way this forecast read today is as if it was just talking about this Venus Jupiter conjunction. But we're going to get into that. I also want to let you know today's intro music is brought to you by OC Soul at Life Row Records. So make sure you check that out and check out in the description box how you can get in contact. Thank you so much for joining today. Usually I do a weekly wisdom, but we've been having a couple of events that have been going on in the cosmos that I've been reading about. And today's event is the Venus Jupiter conjunction. I'm going to tell you a little bit about that event starting off, and then I'll get into what this reading is all about. So let's talk about this Jupiter Venus conjunction. I'm going to share with you through my very limited knowledge of astrology. And because I'm a newbie in astrology, I'm going to explain to you what's said astrologically, but also I'm going to share with you from my own experience because this is actually a placement in my chart. So I'll let you know how I experience the Jupiter Venus conjunction and how that plays out in my life. The Jupiter and Venus conjunction is those rare occasions where Jupiter comes into contact with the planet Venus. These are two beneficial planets in our solar system, meaning that these are very important because they bring good things to us. As far as Jupiter is concerned, it represents luck, abundance. It represents philosophy, travel, publishing, things like that. It also represents expansion. So everything that the planet Jupiter touches is going to expand. And what is Jupiter expanding in this case? In this case, Jupiter is expanding everything Venus. And that means that it's expanding love, it's expanding service, beauty, music, everything creative. This is some of the things that Jupiter is expanding in Venus. Money is also one of those things. This is considered to be a very lucky transit. And I will say that it is, for the most part, a lucky transit, but it's all considering other factors that's going on in the cosmos at the same time. So it may not be as beneficial for some as it is for others. But most of the time, people can expect during a Venus Jupiter conjunction, they can expect for relationships to go great. They can expect some of the finer things in life to happen to them. They can expect some good things to be happening around their world. They can even expect for people around them to be acting differently as well. They may notice that they have a stronger need for more beauty around them. They may get into the arts more, especially things like singing, painting, those things like that, because Venus represents beauty. And also, we have to understand too that Venus is a spiritual planet and we don't hear about it much. But you may notice that during these Venus transits that your intuition also increases during this time. You're able to see things a little bit clearly than you were able to before. And don't forget service. Do things during this time to help yourself and help others. This is a great time, especially since this is happening in the sign of Cancer. This is a great time to be nurturing other people, to be serving other people. This is also a great time for you to be planting seeds. I want you to think about life as being out in a big garden or a big field. That is your journey, and you have to journey through that field or through that garden. There's two ways that you can do it. You can travel through that garden and just take the scenic view and just watch everything that's going on around you, or you can just plant seeds all the way into the end. And when you get to the end, you'll look back and notice that those seeds have been expanding. So plant your seeds all along. This is a great time for you to plant seeds. This is a great time for you to collaborate with other people. This is a great time for you to show up in the world as a loving person. That's one of the things that I noticed about the Jupiter Venus conjunction. Personally, it's like no matter what happens, no matter who you meet, even though they may get on your nerves from time to time, you can always look through the faults of another person and begin to love them, love their soul. And that's probably where my phrase comes from: the God in me loves the God in you, because I stopped looking at the physical and I began to learn how to love the soul that is within the person. That's how you stay on top of that. But there are some things that you should be careful of. You should be careful of going to the excess with things, doing things excessively. Let me give you an example. 3 is ruled by Jupiter. Whenever I'm in a 3 cycle, that Jupiter cycle, I notice that I love to eat all different kinds of junk food and snacks and things like that. And sometimes, if not careful, I can overeat and I can pick up weight like that too. So it doesn't matter what is being enlarged or enhanced with Jupiter. You have to be careful that it's not becoming excessive, and it not only has to be how you eat, your diet, and things like that, but it can also be other things in your life. Like you may be a person that love to shop, you know, don't become that excessive shopper. You're shopping just because you can shop. Or you may be that person that just loves to be loved and you go to the excess or to the extreme with it, or alcohol and other things. So be careful of being overly excessive with things. And you also have to keep a clear head and a clear mind at all times. So this transit will peak today, August the 11th, and it will be the closest between today, August the 11th, and tomorrow, the 12th. So this is the time for you to go ahead and set those intentions. And now we're going to get into this reading. What's the energy that you can expect to come through with this Venus Jupiter conjunction? And I'm going to use the wisdom of the oracle. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a collective reading, which is a reading for everyone, the universal reading. And I'm going to then take an advice card and read that advice card. And then I'll break it down for you from your birthday number. Birthday numbers 1 through 9 or 11 and 22. And the way that you find your birthday number is to think about the day that you were born on. If you were born on August the 11th, you would listen for the master number 11 reading. However, if you're born on August the 9th, then you would listen for the number 9 reading. If you're born on August the 18th, you will still listen to the number 9 reading because you have to make that 18 a single digit number. So you do that by adding 1 plus 8, and then you have the 18, and you can go ahead and listen to the 9. So that's how you come up with your day. I know that a lot of people like the life path, but your day is more significant to you in the present moment because your life path represents what you are here to learn. Your day is going to tell you what you already know and how you're using it in this moment. And after I do the readings, I will have a summary of today's reading and I will finish with an affirmation. So let's get started. I'm just going to do one big shuffle for the collective reading. And by the way, if I don't say it, I want you to know that I'm hoping that you have an amazing Jupiter-Venus conjunction. I'm wishing you all the prosperity, love, and growth that you can even imagine. All of your heart's desires. And I also want to let you all know that we don't have to wait till these transits. We don't even have to have these transits in our chart. No, because remember, we create our reality. The canvas is unlimited. You can have this every day. All you have to do is be able to see it and believe it for yourself. And that's important because also Jupiter represents your belief. So if you want the more positive things to come out of these transits and aspects, you have to think the best, especially when Jupiter is involved. You have to think positivity. Round and round. 7, 7. The energy that I'm feeling with this 7 round and round card this time is it's like patterns. Look at the patterns in your life. This is the time because this is 7 and this is telling you that you need to go inside and reflect. And you need to think about the patterns in your life. What about these patterns? How are these patterns affecting you? Are these patterns serving you in a positive way, or are these patterns serving you in a negative way? And another way that I'm looking at this card is the 2 plus 5 equals 7, which is interchangeable with the 2. Be patient with yourself, with whatever information that you find out for yourself. The most important thing is that once you find a pattern that needs to be changed, now you can get to work. Now you can get to business. This is saying right here, I'm hearing everything that you've been looking for is already been here. It's been here all along. But what I'm feeling with this round and round is like a procrastination stage. Like you're afraid to reveal it, like you don't want to come out. This right here is saying that it's time for you to reveal some of those talents and gifts that you have, whether it's your love for people, whether it's the ability to bring people together and to speak hope and encouragement to. These are the things that people really need. And you may be holding those things back because it looks so different from what everybody else is doing. But don't worry about that. When we think about that 7 2, we think about that as being a spiritual number. So this is something that the Creator has purposed you to do. No matter what it is that you decide that you're going to do in addition to this, one of the main things that you should be doing here is what the Creator wants you to do. So whatever it is that you're holding on to, whatever thoughts you're holding on to, or whatever mindset is keeping you in that procrastination state, you need to shake it off. It's time to shake that off at this time. Okay, 14:5. Truth be told, people need to know the real about you. People need to know how much you care. People need to know how concerned you are with who they are and how their life is going and how they're able to handle those things. You're here to spit wisdom and knowledge and truth to other people. And that's what you're going to have to do. So stop sitting on it. That's what I'm hearing for the message, the overall message. Stop sitting on it. Stop sitting on it. Buy the book. You keep playing around with. This is the number 11, and the number 11 is about raising the consciousness of humanity. This right here doubles down on the fact that this is your job. It's time for you to step up, even in the smallest way. Even in the smallest way, even if it's in your community, even if it's in the grocery store, even if you got to be the person to hold the door for the person in front of you or the one behind you. It's about you raising the consciousness of humanity. And in order to do that, you're going to have to step out in your truth, and you're going to have to reveal that that's what you are here to do. I'm hearing step up to the plate. Here and now, 5. You keep saying it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's time to happen right now. Here and now. It's like, stop trying to, a lot of times, this is why I tell people when they are attempted to manifest something, they have intentions, to make sure that they always attach a time to it. Because if you don't attach a time limit on it, then you're just going to be just like the 25 card. You're going to go round and around procrastinating because you feel like you got all your life to complete this task. But the priority is here and now. This is saying, stop what you're doing. It's time for you to help raise the consciousness of humanity. And this is such a beautiful message and such a motivational message. And it comes from, what I love about it is from the daily forecast to talking about this Venus Jupiter conjunction and the love, and now is telling you in this reading that it's time to stand up and it's time to raise the awareness of humanity. That's what you're tasked to do. You're not tasked to do it tomorrow or yesteryear. You're tasked to do it right now. And I got news for you. This is everybody, because everybody in their own way has the ability to change humanity. You know, we look at our society and we ask ourselves, what do we have to do to change? And we don't even realize that what we have to do is everybody has to play their role. Right. Nobody likes to listen to that. Everybody has a role. So when that clerk in the grocery store wants to get an attitude with you or be all mad at you and you want to fire back at her or whatever, no, you can't do that. You can't raise humanity. You can't raise humanity that way. You have to look at her and say, thank you. I hope you have a better day. And sometimes what I've seen when I've done that to people, I can actually see them thinking like, oh my God, I was just so nasty. And this person was so nice to me. It makes them stop in their tracks sometimes to question what was the purpose in their attitude. So that's how you can help. Don't fight fire with fire. This is a 25-7 card. You take some water and you put it out. You cool it down. That's what you got to do, but you got to stand on business. And so we're going to go to the Trust Your Vibe deck. Jeannie, I don't know what Jeannie got me into today. I was picking up my cards and this, of all things, fell off. And I picked it up and put it on because to me that was a sign from Genie or Creator that it was meant for me to wear it today. That's why I fell. So I picked it up and put it on and whoa, it opened up a whole different energy. So now we're going to go to the Trust Your Vibes deck. What we're going to do, let's see, what are we going to do in this situation? And the 2 card is here again. Get grounded. And the energy that I'm feeling here, because the number 2 card represents, here goes that water energy again. Here goes that 2 energy again. Get grounded. This right here is saying that get grounded in the truth. Get grounded in who you are, first of all. And once you get grounded, then you start planting seeds, because nothing goes together like good water, dirt, and seeds to bring it all together, to make these things manifest within you. There are so many things that you may like to see happen to you on a personal level. But what this is saying is, during the course of you fulfilling this mission of raising awareness of humanity, then your gifts, the things that you want to come in, are going to begin to sprout up for you. So what it's saying is, you do what you're purposed to do, and all of these things will be added unto you. And I'm kind of like almost hearing that as a Bible scripture, you know. Get grounded first in what your purpose is. Your purpose to humanity. Let me say it like that, because we have a purpose to humanity and we have a purpose to ourselves, to our own souls. But get with your purpose for humanity, and start to work on that and build that. And as you build that, without even putting all of that focus on the things that you want, those things are going to automatically come up for you in your life. So that's the key to that. And we're going to move on to the number one, born on the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, the 28th of the month, or come under the signs of Leo or Aquarius. You are a number one. And you got the number 7 card. Somebody's all in their feelings today. This is to the sea. This is to the sea. This is not time for you to. mm, this is not time for you to be impulsive. This is a time for you to take your time. Sometimes the best things happen in time. Like they say about fine wine, or how they talk about the fine cheeses. You know, some of those things are better with age, antique. You know, so this right here is saying, this is like you're studying self. You're studying self. And that is important here because if you can't love yourself, you're not going to be able to love anybody else. How in the world can you love the world if you don't love self first? Who first teaches us love? Love is taught to you from the womb. You know, and you have to know that love is a very powerful force. And sometimes you got to get away from others to be able to love who you are. Sometimes people's opinions of you can also like change the way that you feel about yourself. So sometimes you have to be in solitude so that you can learn how to love yourself first. And then you can teach humanity how to love you because you become the specialist in love because you've taken your time. You've sat with those emotions that you have, and you have an understanding of that, and you can see through the physicality of a person or thing, and you can see the actual soul. That takes time, and it takes for you to begin with self, number one. And the advice card is, oh my God, I can't make this up, the 43-7. And this is significant to you because this is saying, take your time. I told you, be patient. And it's a difference. Being patient is not procrastinating. Being patient is just taking your time, because sometimes you can bump into things when you're moving too fast. So this is saying it's time for you to take your time. Learn what love is for yourself. There's so many ways that love is expressed today, you know, but the only real reason or the real truth about love is the truth that you know, the truth that you know and believe. So just take your time. Don't be rushed by anybody. And this could be a relationship. It may be somebody, number one, trying to force you into something that you're not ready for. This right here is saying just because they're trying to force you into it, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be in it. And as a matter of fact, if somebody is trying to rush you into anything, number one, that means that it's a red flag. You need to check that out. So we're going to move on to the number 2, born on the 2nd, the 11th, the 20th, or the 29th of the month. You are a number 2 or come under the signs of Cancer or Pisces. You are a number 2. Peace, number 2. This is peace, and it's a 23-5 card. This is peace. Peace. You're at peace when you're being compassionate. You're at peace when you're being patient. You're at peace when you're loving someone else. You're at peace when you're in harmony with other people. Why does this matter? Because things unfold to us when we are at peace. Nothing comes to you when you are out of that space of peace, but unrest. Okay? So this right here is saying you're at best when you got peace of mind. You know, out of all of the gifts and everything that anybody could ever ask for or imagine, one of the best things would be peace of mind. It's better than money, it's better than love, it's better than almost anything. Peace of mind. Okay? And let me see what. Don't let nobody disturb your peace. This is the 31-4 card. This is the pray. And this is how you get to this point. And when you look at this pray card, it doesn't have to mean that you are physically praying. You know, spending time in solitude with yourself is to me a time for prayer. So it doesn't make a difference. You may choose to pray, you may choose to meditate, but that time that you choose to spend with your soul and with the Creator, that is prayer for you. And this is foundational 31-4 to your peace. This brings me back to a situation. One of my spiritual teachers or mentors taught me before about what to do about people that you don't like. And this had to be a long time ago for me, or the people that you have a problem with. And this is a question that I asked her, and she gave me this answer that I was not even expecting. She said, when you have a problem with a person, whether it's a challenge or an argument, or you just can't get along with a person, you pray for them. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to pray for that person, you know, and this is in my youth and ignorance. But I was like, you know, how can I pray for someone that I don't even like? And she went on to explain to me that when you pray for a person, especially in repetition, then in due time, your feelings will change about that person, because you can't continue to have that kind of energy and those feelings for a person that are negative if you pray for them on a daily basis. And it kind of made sense to me. You know, so in order for you to have that peace, there are some things that you're going to have to go within to tap into. Start from within. Once you begin to mentally accept what's going on outside of you, then you're able to change what that is by the way that you look at it. So we're going to move on to the number 3, born on the 3rd, the 12th, the 21st, or the 30th of the month, or come under the signs of Pisces or Sagittarius. You are a number 3. And this is happy, happy, happy. I bet you are number 3. And this is the 26-8 card. And this is saying that during this period, during this conjunction, you are going to feel, you know, more happy. You're going to feel like the effects of this a little bit more than most, because of the fact that Jupiter rules your number. And so this is saying, yeah, you're going to be feeling happy during this time. But the energy that I'm feeling here is it is not to stop here. This is the 26-8 card. And the 26-8 card is ruled by Saturn, which tells us that we got to go step by step with this thing. You know, it's not always an easy process for everything. Sometimes you got to take your time with this. And so what this is saying for you, number 3, is don't be happy today or tomorrow, because of this conjunction, this is the energy that you should be expressing every single day. No matter what you do, when you open your eyes in the morning, you should be happy. No matter what situation you're going through, when you open your eyes in the morning, you should be happy. And if it doesn't look like the way that you think it should look, then it's time for you to start believing something else, because you believed a lie for yourself. Because you have to believe in the best. You have to believe in everything that you want. And it starts with you. And it starts first thing in the morning for you, Jupiter, every single day. So I'm putting you on notice. This is your forever homework. Every time you get up in the morning, I want you to be happy. And I'm not even just saying this for the people that are number threes or ruled by Jupiter. I'm saying this for everybody. As soon as you wake up in the morning, I want you to be in gratitude that you open your eyes, and I want you to be happy that you made it. Okay. So what the advice card is for you, number three, is 5. Sleep on it. Sleep on it. So this is, this takes me back to the subconscious magic hours. The subconscious magic hours are, for me, the hours right before you go to sleep. Maybe I would say an hour before to 30 minutes before you go to sleep. You should be focused on something positive. You shouldn't be watching a garbage on the media or anything like that. You should be absorbing everything that you want to plant seeds for. Or if you want to learn something new, this is the time to be taking in a little bit of that before you fall asleep or as you fall asleep. Nothing negative. And the next magic hour to be focused on is those times when you wake up in the morning. As soon as you wake up, just like I told you to be happy, 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 then that is the time for you to be happy. But this is the thing. I say that how you start your morning sets the tone for the day. But let me back up a bit, because how you end your night sets the tone for how you start your morning. And then how you start your morning sets the tone for how your entire day begins. So this is where you become the conscious creator. Right before bed, you focus on those things that you want to expand in your life. When you wake up in the morning, you're in gratitude, you're happy, you believe. And throughout that day, you will notice that you're starting to have better days. This is not just something that you can do, number threes. This is something for everybody to do. And this is what it means to sleep on it in this case right here. So we're going to move on to the number 4. Born on the 4th, the 13th, the 22nd, or the 31st of the month, or come under the signs of Aquarius and Leo, you are a number 4. Ooh, exchanging gifts, 27-9. This is the 27-9, and what I'm hearing is out with the old, in with the new. Woo, yesterday's manifestation is not tomorrow's manifestation. So a lot of times people focus on that one manifestation that they want to happen, when really you need to shift that focus from, okay, what's next? What's next? What's next? Because sometimes those things that you wanted years ago are going to be outdated. They're no longer going to be beneficial for you. You're no longer going to need them. And while you really appreciated them when they come along, the whole point of the matter is to increase or to grow or to evolve. So what I'm hearing is, if you think things have been good so far, things are going to get even better for you. But you're going to have to let go of things that are not serving you, number 4. And the advice card for the number 4 is woo woo is wonderful. This means listen to the energy I'm feeling from the card this time is listen to your intuition. Be happy, remain in that happy state, like I talked about with number 3. And once you're in that happy space or that happy state, and you're able to grow and improve, then you tap into your intuition, and those things that you hear coming into you is a little bit louder, and you can understand them and grasp them a little bit more. It'll tell you what to hold on to and what to let go of. You make the conscious decision. Okay, and we're going to move on to the number 5, born on the 5th, the 14th, the 23rd, or come under the sign of Gemini or Virgo. You are a number 5. And this is the number 11 card. And it's telling you to go the distance. It's telling you that, wow, it feels like it may be a little bit too big for you. But what I'm hearing is, if it came to you, then you have the tools and the ability to see it through. So don't ever feel like something is too big for you. Go for it. This is your sign, number 5, to step out on faith, no matter what it looks like. Let's think about the tortoise and the hare. Everybody just knew that the hare was going to win because technically he was the fastest. However, things happen, and guess who won? The tortoise. So sometimes we look at these things that we are given the opportunity for, and we think that maybe this is too big for me, when actually it's not too big. So whatever you're seeing right now, even though it seems like a huge task and a big task, it's time for you to step out on faith, number 5. And trusting those that have done it before you. Mentors and role models. This is the 18-9. And this is saying let go of that fear and trust in the ones that have done it before you. And it doesn't have to be someone that you really physically know. You can pull up information anywhere on the web and see how people did things and how people went against all odds to get things done. So look at those people that did some of the same things that you are attempting, and go at it, go for it, because it's for you. If it was brought to you, then it's for you to carry out, no matter what you're thinking. We're going on to the number 6 card. And this is so funny because, wow, this is so funny because number 6, and this is the Venus number. And all of a sudden, like before I could even turn the card over, like I started hearing my ears, both ears started ringing. So this is interesting. This is interesting. And the number is a number 4 card, and this is the higher power card. This right here is saying that number 6, it's time for you to tap into the energy of your higher power, the higher source. Ears still ringing and it's getting louder. But what I'm hearing is, wow, this energy is already connecting with you, but you don't realize what it is. It could be connecting with you in ways that seem unconventional to you, because this is a 4, this is the opposition number to number 6. And I hope I said that people born on number 6 are the 6th, the 15th, and the 24th of the month will come under signs of Libra and Taurus. I'm sorry, it's kind of like Jenny has taken over the reading, but what this is saying is it's an unconventional approach that the source or your higher self is trying to tap in to you. And I'm feeling that the energy is coming in through other messages, people messages like this right here may be a way that it's something that your higher power is trying to tell you at this time. It's a message that's trying to come across to you, and the message has been loud and clear for the longest amount of time, but you have not been listening. And it's not that you're just not trying to listen or that you're ignoring this. It's just like you are not recognizing this energy as it approaches you. And this is interesting because it's like it's something that it's regarding your purpose. It's regarding your purpose, and I'm hearing that it's tapping into that purpose of serving humanity. This is a big step for you that is coming up. I don't know if it's something that you're working on, and it could be something in the realms of preparing a project at work, bringing people together at work. It could be bringing your family together. It could be bringing, as we talked about, humanity together. But you are getting the step by step booklet through your higher self. But at this point, you are not recognizing it. This is time for you to go deep within and tap into self, whether that's through silence, whether that's through walking, jogging, whatever you can do in solitude to tap into your inner source. Right now, it feels as if you're more distracted from the things that are happening around you, or you're so distracted from the things that are happening around you. And it could be something that mm, the energy that I'm really feeling is that it could be something that you're mentally going through right now. Maybe it's a depression, maybe it's an anxiety, or maybe it's just that your focus is not clear at this moment. But whatever it is, you need to take some time to step away. You need to take some time to tap into self. And the advice card is, ooh, exercise your vibes. And this is going along. This is the number 11 card. This is an 11, the 11th of the month. And what this is telling you is that you need to tap back into that energy of elevating the consciousness of humanity. There's a part of you, and I don't know what has gone on or what has happened, but there's a part of you that may have got disappointed or disgruntled with some things that were happening, or some things maybe seemed just a little bit more challenging than you thought it should be. And it kind of distracted you and caused you to step back a bit. But this right here is saying, hear me. That's what I'm hearing. Hear me. Hear me. So you need to go deep into meditation and find out what that message is for you. Okay. And now we're going to move on to the number 7, 1, the 7th, the 16th, or the 25th of the month. You are a number 7, or come on the sign of Cancer. You are a number 7, and this is your interchangeable card. This is a 2, this is a 20, and it talks about raising the awareness of humanity, and it's saying, imagine. It made me think of John Lennon's song. It made me think of that. But what the energy is saying is that there's no need for you to guess how you're going to create this elevation in humanity. While some people have to go out and physically get in touch with the people on a personal level, you have the ability to go into creative visualization and see this coming together. And this is kind of deep because we all can do that too. Remember, I said that we're all here to serve humanity in some kind of way. What about if we all just took the time to visualize humanity elevating, humanity doing a better job at being in harmony, coming together? Just that visualization could be so powerful. But seven, this is what is saying for you. You are going to serve people, but don't forget about your skills in creating that vision within your mind and allowing that vision to play out in our society. We already know what the dreams can be like with Neptune, but it's saying create the reality that you want to see. And in order to create the reality that you want to see, make sure that you are playing that reality within your mind. So, just like everybody else, number seven, you also have this higher purpose. However, you can also use creative visualization. Think about those things that you want to show up in humanity. And that number one purpose is to raise or elevate the consciousness of humanity and see that come forth. And I thank you for it already. Oh, and it's saying be grateful. And this is 52-7 card too. This is significant for your number. It's saying just be grateful. It's already happening. It's already happening. We have to see it first. We have to see it first. So go ahead and be in gratitude. Make sure that you are seeing the best things in life, because the best things can be here if that's what we focus our minds on. Now we're going to move on to the number 8, born on the 8th, the 17th, or the 26th of the month, or come under the sign of Capricorn, a change in the wind. This is the number 3 card. This is talking about a big expansion for you, number 8. This is saying that things are getting ready to grow for you. Things are getting ready to expand for you. And the energy I'm feeling is you've been planting these seeds for a long, long time and you've almost given up, but what I'm feeling is now at this point, the tree is hanging full and all of the benefits are about to drop down. So this is an awesome time for you. This is going to be a significant change. And as you heard me say with one of the numbers before, now that you know this fact, begin working on the next seeds. Okay, and your advice card is go back to the basics. It's saying don't reinvent the wheel. This is the number 4 card. And this is another strategic card, number 4. So it's saying don't do anything different. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Don't rock the boat. This is saying however you did it last time, you're going to continue to do it this time. So do it the same way that you did it last time, because that actually work for you. Where it may not work for everybody else, it will work for you. Okay, so we're going on to the number 9, born on the 9th, the 18th, the 27th of the month, or come under the signs of Aries or Scorpio. You are a number 9. Unfinished symphony. And this is interesting because 1 through 9, that's what the numbers go. 1 through 9, this is the number 10 card. So the energy that I'm feeling is this is the complete cycle. So what's happening, number 9, is it's time for you to complete a cycle. And we're in a 9 universal year. I can't make this up. You are a number 9. What this is saying is it's time for you to wrap it up. You got some unfinished business that needs to be taken care of. And this right here is letting you know this is the time for you to go ahead and wrap it up. You need to know at this point what you're going to do moving forward versus what has happened in the past. This is saying whatever you completed, it's time to finish it. It's time to finish it. Whether that finish it means toss it off in the trash somewhere, or that finish it means polish it up for the new cycle coming ahead. Do you want this thing to grow in the next cycle? Do you want this thing to expand in the next cycle? Now is the time to make that move. So this is reminding you what you start, number 9, it's time to finish it. And the advice card for you, number 9, is 6. It's time for crayons. If you can't find out what you need to be doing right now, you need to get in that state of peace so that you can tap into your creative mode. You know, during the process of creativity, you'd be surprised at how you open up your mind. So during that time of creativity, you will get ideas about what you need to do going forward in that next level. So tap into your creative side. Make sure that you're at peace with self, and make sure that this is a time when you're focused on harmonizing with those that are around you, number 9. And this is also a time for you to look around at the people that you've been associating yourself with for the last 9 years, and to discover who's going to stay and who's going to go. Now we're going to move on to the master number 11. That is you if you're born on the 11th of the month or the 29th of the month, or you come under the signs of Leo and Aquarius. You are a master number 11, and this is the 4 card, co-create. And co-create. It's so funny here because these are the 2 numbers that, well, the 1 and the 1 equals 2. They represents the moon numbers, and the 4, the number on the card, represents one of the sun numbers. And it talks about co-creation, bringing everything together, bringing everything. This right here is talking about collaboration, number 11. One of the things you need to think about when you're thinking about elevating the consciousness of humanity, you have to realize that the purpose is bringing humanity together. And that's one of the things that you specialize in when this number breaks down to a number 2. That's the 11. 1 plus 1 is 2. Then that's what it's all about, collaborations and getting people together. You should be, at this point, the person that is bringing people closer together. And how these people are going to go how these are going to come closer together is if they see you doing it. They see you getting closer to other people, or they see how you are close to other people. So this is saying, don't worry about trying to do it all on your own. You have the ability to do it on your own, but that's not what this is about. What this is about is, can you do it with other people? It's easier to do things by yourself because nobody else has another opinion and you can do things pretty much the way you want to. But when you collaborate with others, you have to really connect with others. So this right here is saying, make sure you're connecting, master number 11. And the advice card is sound check. And the way that you do it sometimes is pay attention to what people may be saying. Sometimes you can get a clue just by your observation. I love doing that. That's one of my talents and gifts, being an observer, being in situations, and I'm not going into those situations like, let me make sure I'm observing things. I just have the eye for it. When I'm in a environment, I'm always observing my surroundings. And this is very important to make sure that you're listening. And the way that you listen, number 11 or 2, is through your feelings. How do you feel when you're in a certain environment? So you can recognize those areas that may be challenging and those areas that you may have to do things a little bit different to bring those people together. And we're going to move on to the number 22, born on the 22nd, or come under the signs of Aquarius and Leo. And this is the 45-9 card. And what this energy is saying is that, whoa, it's time to let things go that are not serving you, that are not taking you on that path of enlightenment, that are not taking you on that path of elevation. It's time to let those things go, because sometimes, when you're offered several paths, you can only see the beginning of the path. Sometimes you might take a path that it looks like a good path starting off, but it may not go as far as what you need, or it may not go in the direction that you want it to go in. So it's maybe not even for you. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to look at those many journeys in your life, those things that you stop off on the side of the road for, or those things that you take a moment to pick up on or to bring into your life. Make sure that you're observing these things to find out whether it's helping or whether it's something that you should let go. Is it something that is going to strengthen your foundation, or is it something that could perhaps bring that foundation tumbling down? Or the bigger question is that entire foundation really where it's supposed to be? Is that entire foundation one that needs to come down altogether? And do you need to start all over again? Now is the time, like we talked about with the number 9. Now is the time to let go. Number 22, and be generous. Make sure that you're being generous along the way. You don't know who you meet in this path. So make it your business, or make it something very important for you to treat all people in a way that you would like to be treated yourself. That means treat all people well, because you never know who you might meet. And isn't that what serving humanity is all about in the first place? So today, basically, what we have been hearing about this Venus Jupiter conjunction is that this is a time for us to stop focusing so much on self, our purpose, or what we think our purpose is, and what we would like to attract in our life, and to begin to focus on humanity. The question should not be where, what do we have to do to help humanity or to elevate the consciousness of humanity. It should be something that each person is doing within themselves. There's not one thing that's going to change the way things are. It's just that we're all going to have to come together and we're all going to have to unify. We've got to become one. And the way that we become one is to get in that state of mind that represents peace and love for everything and everyone, seeing past the physical and seeing the soul of a man or woman and coming together and loving these people that we all have a connection with and helping them elevate, because when we help them elevate, then the whole collective elevates. So it is important for us to just share love during this Venus Jupiter conjunction. Take care of people in your own little way. Like I said, it can be something simple, such as holding the door or teaching someone how to do something or being patient with someone. All of us have the ability to impact humanity. Let's do it together. And we're going to go on with the affirmation. Every day brings new choices. Martha Beck. Every day brings new choices. We can choose to be different today. We can choose to be better. We can choose to be the best, and we can choose to help each other. Every day brings new choices. If something did not come to you today, then maybe it'll come to you tomorrow. But each day is a time for you to start over.